All right, so we're reviewing the Captain Marvel movie. It just came out. I had done what I felt was the problem with the actual movie, and now I'm going to talk about continuity errors that they actually made in the movie. And I'm sure there's going to be some explanation on it in the next movie, and there's going to be time travel or some hokey thing like that. But let's talk about the Tesseract. The Tesseract that appeared in Captain Marvel, I do believe, is the same Tesseract supposedly that the Red Skull found in a Norwegian church in the 1940s during World War II. It's the same Tesseract that the Red Skull was using to power his jet that he was flying to bomb New York and other cities that melted through the floorboard of the jet and fell into the ocean, the North Atlantic, and sank to the bottom of the sea. It's the same Tesseract, supposedly, that Howard Stark found at the bottom of the sea and brought back to S.H.I.E.L.D. So it's the same Tesseract that they used in the beginning of the Avengers to open the portal for Loki to pass through, and then later on open a portal to let the Shikari pass through. And then from there, it was transported to Asgard, where it was under lock and key in the weapons room of Asgard until Loki stole it again and Thanos got his hands on it in the last Avenger movie. And yet somehow it's hidden on a spacecraft that's cloaked above the earth in the 90s. That's them trying to wedge Captain Marvel into the MCU in way too big of a point as a character. Um, Also, Nick Fury's idea to name the Avengers, after he sees it in a photograph of Carol Danvers climbing into her cockpit of her jet with her name, Carol Avenger Danvers, written on the side. Let's let's try to squeeze Captain Marvel into the MCU just a little bit more. With no real backstory to it. And then the next thing is the cat or the Furby or whatever you want to call him that scratched Nick Fury's eye that ended up being the reason he got a patch. I mean, Jesus Christ. How much BS can we just load up into one movie? I'm sorry, but almost none of that movie made me suspend my belief so that I could actually get into the movie. There's just so many continuity errors between comics and their own MCU movies. It just kind of drove me crazy. I know, all negative. I'm sorry, but that's just how I feel. All right, talk to you later. Bye.